What's the third mistake agents make?
I actually think, if I'm honest with you, and I don't mean it the wrong way, is probably a degree of complacency. One thing I see more often than not when I'm actually going into companies, because you're not involved in the nitty-gritty of the day-to-day minutiae, you see a tremendous amount, and there is a phenomenal wastage of time, poor process, and it's not intentional. It's a natural development as systems and structures have changed.
We've always done it this way, so...
Correct, and as you've then bolted on new products and new things into the marketplace, rather than take an overall view and think, right, let's look at the whole process from beginning to end of what we're doing, what often happens is you're bolting these things on, you get duplication of tasks, you get a phenomenal amount of wastage. I mean, one of the biggest issues that you'll find if you look at most estate agency telephone systems, I'm a great believer in that, and you look at the average call time, you'd be surprised how many calls are literally less than 20 seconds, and in a lot of cases that's because they're literally ringing, leaving a message. But when you go back to qualification, you go straight back to the applicant. Have they ever asked that applicant what's the best time to contact you?
No.
And so inevitably what happens is they're leaving messages. The applicant rings back at the end of the day, and there might not be anybody to take a phone call. Whereas if you'd assessed that the best time to contact is between 4 and 5 or 5 and 6, and that's 2 minutes out of your day at the end of the day to make a phone call that's valid, not a phone call that's wasted.
Sounds very basic, but...
I think it's all back to basics. And what I would add on that, everybody in the industry says all back to basics. You've got to bear in mind, I don't think a lot of people actually understand what back to basics is. And again, that's no fault of anybody. It's layer upon layer upon layer over time. And if you look at a lot of negotiators and managers that are in the marketplace at the moment, they never had to work in a pre-CRM system environment.
That's pre-computerised, the old hotbox days.
Absolutely right. And if you look at the structure of a lot of the CRMs, the process is exactly the same. It's name, address, telephone number. Yet if I was to meet you in a social setting and I wanted to understand about you, what we would actually talk about is what motivates you, what you're looking for, where you're going. The name, address, telephone number and all the rest of it is something I would actually filter out of you at the end of a conversation. And so what happens is you end up with people through an automated process where it becomes like an interrogation, where actually I'll learn more from you by getting you to talk to me and gleaning information off you and then reaffirming that at the end.
Maybe we could talk about that in another video.
More than happy to do that.
Good stuff, good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.